Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to break down a skill that is so incredibly useful, how to look at any chart or graph and just nail the description in English with total confidence. Let's get right into it.
You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. A slide pops up in a meeting, it's covered in lines and bars, and your mind just goes blank. It's this super common moment of panic when you know you need to say something smart about the data, but you just can't find the words.
Well, here's the good news. There's actually a system for this. A really simple, repeatable method that pretty much takes all the guesswork out of it. And by the end of this, you're going to have a framework that works every single time.
And here it is. This is our entire toolkit. Seriously, all you have to do is ask yourself 3 little questions. Number 1, which chart am I looking at? Number 2, what's the time period? And number 3, what's the unit? Let's break down exactly what that means.
Okay, first things first, you've got to introduce what you're even looking at. I know, it sounds almost too basic, but starting your description by just naming the type of chart you see, well, it immediately gives your listeners context, and it makes you sound clear and organized right from the get-go.
So, your very first sentence should always just identify the visual. Is it a line chart showing a trend over time? A bar chart comparing different things? Maybe a pie chart breaking down a whole? Or just a straightforward cable with data? Remember this. Naming it is the first step to taming it.
And here are the big 4 you'll see most of the time. Honestly, just knowing these names is an easy win. You can just start with, as we can see in the line chart, or this bar chart illustrates, and boom, you've got a perfect professional opening.
All right, let's move on to our second question, which is all about time. And this one is fantastic because it's a simple little observation that automatically solves a huge grammar problem for you. Which tense should I be using?
The rule couldn't be simpler. The chart tells you the tense. Just look for the dates, they're usually along the bottom axis. If the years are all in the past, like 1999 to 2010, you're going to use the past tense. If the chart is showing a forecast for, say, 2040, then you'll use future tense, like it will grow or it's projected to increase. The data literally dictates your grammar. It's that easy.
And now for our final and, most detailed question. What unit is actually being measured here? This is where we build the real heart of our sentence, getting into the substance of what the data is trying to tell us.
Okay, I know this slide looks a bit like a complex recipe from a chemistry class, but stick with me. It's actually a super simple formula for building the perfect sentence. Let's walk through the choices you need to make, starting with that unit.
So the first choice in our little formula is all about the unit. Are you looking at percentages? If you see that percent sign, you'll use words like the percentage or the proportion. Easy enough. If you're looking at literally anything else, people, dollars, cars, whatever, you'll use words like the number, the amount, or the quantity.
Next up, you got to ask, is my subject active or passive? In other words, is the thing you're talking about doing the action? If so, use the ing form of the verb. For example, people participating. But if the action is being done to the thing, you'll use the past participle, which is usually that ed or en form. For example, goods produced. This little choice makes a huge difference.
So we have all our building blocks, we've got our chart name, we've figured out our tense from the time period, and we know how to talk about the unit. Now let's put it all together and actually build a perfect sentence right here from scratch. Okay, let's imagine our chart is about how many kids play sports. First, it's not a percentage, right? It's a count of children. So we start with the number of. We're already applying our step 3 rules. So far, so good. The chart shows the number of children.
Now for our active versus passive choice. Are the children doing the action? Yes, they are actively participating. So we grab that ing form, and just like that, we pop it in to finish our main idea, participating in sports.
And there you have it. Look at that sentence. It's clean, it's accurate, it's professional. And we built it piece by piece, just by using our 3-question framework. See? No more guessing. Now, once you get really comfortable with that main structure, you can start to add a little variety, to make your language sound even more sophisticated. Let's look at a couple of other really professional ways to say the exact same thing. Here are 2 fantastic alternatives. You can use what's called a noun of noun structure, which sounds a bit more formal, the participation of children. Or, and this is a great one, you can use a clause that starts with how many or how much, which sounds really natural. How many children participate? These are great options to have in your back pocket. But, and this is a big one, so listen up, there is one crucial rule to remember here. That how many or how much structure works great for numbers, but you never use it for percentages. You would never say, the chart shows how many %. It's a really common mistake, so make sure you avoid that one.
And there you have it. Name it, tense it, unitize it. That's the whole game. It's a simple, logical, and totally repeatable system that gives you the power to walk up to any data visualization and just describe it with confidence. You've officially turned something that might have been stressful into a tool for clear communication.
So, the next time you are faced with a chart, you're not going to see a jumble of lines and numbers anymore. You'll see the beginning of a story. And the only question left is, with these new tools you have, what story is your data going to tell?